What's good with y'all boys? We back. I want to talk to you guys about abilities and basically like stop wasting your time I guess being led astray. Like there's just some guys around the community that either they probably don't know what's going on or they're just not telling you the truth, right? With abilities. A lot of the abilities on the defensive line either just do not work, they've been nerfed slash touched, or yeah, that's about it, right? It's one or two. Either they just don't work flat out, or they get nerfed and touched, right? And what I mean by that is, right, I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed where it's like it might be a game or two games where you'll have someone just go insanely crazy on the D line, right? He might get like 4 or 5 sacks in a row in one game, just going insane, and your opponent he might have one, what like a post up or a secure pro or a edge protector or whatever have you, right? And then you'll boot up the game the next day, and all of a sudden, like he's not doing anything, right? There's the reason behind that is because EA has a habit of going back and touching cards like abilities, or like I said earlier, depending on the matchup, that ability gets canceled out. So, for instance, right, Colossus, it sounds cool on paper, but if your opponent is running post up, that Colossus is neutralized, right? And I remember having Mean Joe Green. It was the AKA. He had the star on X Factor. I believe it was the LTD. Trying to find this card real quick. I believe it was the right here. Yes, it was the LTD, right? He had baked in. He had baked in. What was it? What ability is that baked in? What the hell? Persistent, right? He had baked in persistent, and he gets the X Factor that starts on, right? They gave him unstoppable force to start the game, right? And it will cycle on and off the entire game. That's back, like we had X Factors that would like light up, start on, and then as the year went on, EA got rid of it and made them passive X Factors that just, they wouldn't glow, but they'll be on the entire game, allegedly, right? So this guy right here, Mean Joe Green, to start the year off, right, we gave him unstoppable force, right? And I remember this, and you guys could go back and find that clip on the channel, right? To start the year off, he went up against a Sam Cosmi, right? Mind you, this is an 86 overall Mean Joe Green. He was at the time the quote unquote best D tackle, the best lineman in the game, because he had this to start on for the entire game, right? It was start on, turn off, right? And I remember he was lit, fully glowing, all that. And again, like I'm saying, he was the best D tackle at that point, right? He went up against a Sam Cosmi, right? I believe he was one of like the first centers to drop in the game. He might have been, was he a Corey Elite? I forgot what he was. Let's see real quick. Sam Cosmi. It's not popping up now. Good job, EA Sports. They trying to silence me, I guess. You don't get to the bottom of this though, right? So boom, go back to the binder. Let's try this again. Sam Cosmi. We're gonna figure this out. Whatever he was. He should pop up now. Catalog. This guy right here, right? This card right here to start. And again, he had to upgrade him, right? And he was ultimate preseason card, a 78 overall card, right? And again, I remember checking because like you hold like L2, like you hold the right stick down, and it shows you the player, right, on the O line, D line, the whole offense, defense, right. This guy was a 78 overall, right, and he put Mean Joe Green with his X Factor, his unstoppable force on. He put him on his ass cheeks. And from that moment on, that raised eyebrows. Like, yo, what's going on? Like, how was a Sam Cosmi, ultimate preseason card, putting an LTD on his ass cheeks with no abilities? Mind you, he has no abilities. He put a LTD on his ass, glowing, right? EA has a habit to go nerf cards, fix things, and patch things, right? We've seen it to start the year, right? Remember this spin? Remember that spin to start the year? It was insane. And then the pros was like mad and complaining and whatnot and yada yada yada. And then they got what happened? They got rid of the spin. Remember, Chris Johnson, right? He was one of the cards that had like that insane spin. All you had to do was just spin once, spin twice, and odds are you was going to the crib with it, right? It was the LTD Chris Johnson. It was two of them. It was the LTD and the regular champion version, right? Where's he at? Where the hell's Chris Johnson at? But why can I not find any of these cards? Like, what's going on? That's not the LTD. That's the regular one. But yeah, like there was the LTD version from the regular AKA, and then there's a champion version. And all you had to do was just spin the belt once or twice, and he was going to the crib with it every single time. I don't know why his card's not popping up, but yeah, right? And what happened? They nerfed that card. It was the AKA. They nerfed that card. So it goes to show you that yo, like EA, if they want to, they could patch it, fix it, get rid of it, make it better, and bring it back. Cause what happened? We got to spin right back. Now the big body running backs like your Fa'alelis, your who else is there? I can't even think of the other guys, but mainly like your Fa'alelis, your that Lions running back. I forgot his name from All Star Athletes. He's right here, Tavondre Sweat. Guys like him who are like insanely obese. You know what I'm saying? Your William Perry's, of course. Um, I'm really blanking right now. God damn. But yeah, basically like running backs that are like insanely obese, that are like linemen. Those guys, they could spin like a goddamn top, right? They bought the spin back, but for bigger running backs, right? So I say all that to say this, right? I don't want you guys to be fooled by this promo. Because one, we already established in several videos and in several streams that Rising Stars Part 1 and Part 2 is trash, right? Only because they went backwards from Theme Team Surge. Theme Team Surge guys get two X Factor buckets. Rising Stars only get one. So we're going backwards with that, right? And not just that, but in some buckets you gotta pay for abilities like 1 AP here, 1 AP here. And Theme Team Surge, normally this is gonna be zero. It's all gonna be zero, right? And so that brings me to someone like Nick Herbig, right? I remember he was good to start the year. He was fire to start the year, right? Where's he at? Nick Herbig. Bro, where these bro, what's going on? Type his name in. Just put in Nick. Alright, here we go. Hey, I don't want you to be fooled. He's gonna get Relentless and El Toro. I have never seen El Toro work this year in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. I haven't yet to see that this shit work, right? Relentless has been hit or miss. There's times where it works on certain players like Karloftis. I've seen it work sometimes with that might have really been it, honestly. Honestly, that might have been it. It's only on Karloftis. I really haven't seen this work relentless, right? Like I don't want you guys to go out here wasting your coins and spending. And 9 out of 10 times, a card being this cheap, there's a reason why he's below 300k coins. And the reason why cards like will cost so low or be so cheap is because like their play isn't that good, right? And you'll have people read to you off like their stats. He has 99 speed, 99 XL. He has this bait in. He gets that bait in. You could go unstoppable force hit for zero. That's all cap. That's all cap. The only true way to know if a card on defense will be good is to bite the bullet and just try it for yourself. No one could tell you if a card is going to be good or not. That's all cap. Because they themselves don't even know if the card is good. Because 9 out of 10 times, I can guarantee you, a person telling you, oh, he gets unstoppable force, paired with Colossus, paired with this, paired with that, he should be good. 9 out of 10 times, that person themselves didn't even use it. They're going based off of what they see on paper. They haven't put that player out on the field, on the gridiron. They have not taken that card up for its benches yet. So be wary of that. Don't just listen to anyone and be like, oh well, he said they get this, they get that, so they should be good. For instance, right? There's someone here that has fearmonger baked in. We all know fearmonger doesn't work. If you didn't know that, newsflash, fearmonger does not work. Fearmonger and under pressure has not worked all year, and that's a fact. It's been proven. Here we go. Here we go. Dexter Senior, right? He gets fearmonger baked in. This does not work this year. Fearmonger and under pressure, that's supposed to cause QB inaccuracy throws whenever like you're in their face. So they should always be like red passes or yellow passes. This does not do that. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't matter even if you don't have dots on or feelers. Let's say you have no ability on, right? Like at all for your quarterback. This is still not going to work, fearmonger or under pressure. It has been proven time and time again. Shout out to Zan. You know what I'm saying? We've even tried it before on the channel. This does not work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And again, you're running Colossus. You're running Colossus, but 9 out of 10 times, the people you're playing, they all have post up. They have post up on their left tackle, their center, and their right tackle. It says dominant pass rush even versus double teams. That's not true. That's not true. If you're getting double teamed with two post ups, that's the key thing. That's the key thing right there. Unless they have post up, if there's no post up and you're being double teamed, then yes, you'll split that with Colossus. But if that person has a post up on one of the players and in that double team, your Colossus is useless. You're wasting 1 AP for no reason. You're literally wasting 1 AP. And think about it. Most people, their O lines are stacked with damn near every ability, from post up to secure pro, edge pro. So you're wasting 1 AP. People are telling you that this is a great ability. If you get it for zero, sure, why not? But paying 1 AP for this doesn't make sense. You're wasting your time. It's not going to do anything unless that person just got the game or they don't know about post up. You're going to be wasting 1 AP for no reason, wondering why you're not shedding. It's because they have post up on their own line. That's the stuff that these guys are not telling you. Again, fearmonger doesn't work at all. Run stuff for run stuff for it works when it wants to work. Honestly, run stuff for works when it wants to work. Your brother's just going unstoppable force, honestly, and maybe dual threat or reinforcement on your D line. Honestly, like relentless, it's hit or miss. Run stuffer, hey, it works when it wants to work. That's what I got for you with that. Like EA Sports, they just at this point, at this stage, they just testing out abilities at this point for Madden 26, for defense at least, right? Um, for the most part, offensive abilities will work. There's times where a lot of times where we seen Vanguard just not Vanguard at all. Like the guy will just run right past the defender. You know what I'm saying? But that's my main thing. Stop listening to people telling you like, yo, he has this baked on. You could stack it with that, stack it with this. Yo, you won't know how good a card is until you actually use it for yourself on the field. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you right now, Greg Russo is trash. For you, he might be fire. You know what I'm saying? And not just that too, but also is like the stack as well. No one really knows what the right stack is too, because you might have on too much stuff for one player, and now he's just not going to play properly because there's just too much going on. You gotta like find that sweet spot of abilities of not too much but not too little. It's really weird because no one tells you this stuff. You gotta like get the lab and try and figure it out by yourself. I don't even know like fully like what the right source is. Sometimes my D-line cooks up like for like a whole stream. Other times they just don't do anything. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Also, while we're here on this topic, Rising Stars, don't waste your coins in these cards. Don't waste your coins. Just it's the same thing. They'll tell you the best cards for Rising Stars. Why would you even use Rising Stars cards? It doesn't make sense. Just keep using your team search, save your coins. You know what I'm saying? Because we still have surge in the game. All you gotta do is just buy like a few 94s for cheap, 90 cents for cheap, quick sell them and get more surge, and then power up who you want to power up. Using these cards is just going backwards because you're already at a disadvantage with one less X Factor bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, all-star athletes get two X Factor buckets. These guys only get one. And you might be like, but they get two baked in abilities. Odds are they don't work. Look, relentless, no outsiders. No outsiders may work. Relentless, never seen it work before. I really see it work. Like I said, I've only seen it work on Call Loftus. So do what's wrong with that, but I'm letting you know right now that better off just using all-star athlete cards. Unless it's like an offensive lineman, getting baked in secure pro and life card isn't that's not too bad really. You can't go wrong with that for the O line. I will admit that. But for the D line and whatnot, and DBs, cornerbacks, safeties, a lot of the baked on abilities are not that they're not good. Like for instance, this guy right here, baked in shutdown and Stonewall. Stonewall, maybe you could have went something better like universal coverage or even avalanche. You know what I'm saying? Shut down, tighter coverage, and more picks on contested catches. That's cap. It's cap. That's cap. I've used shutdown before on other cards. That's no, it doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything at all. Who else is a DB here? Let's see. Marcus Jones. I'm not picking him up. And I'm a Patriot team. Shut down and bench press. Like these are like what? Again, no universal coverage baked in. There's no avalanche. You know what I'm saying? And again, you only get one X Factor bucket. Versus Team All Stars, you get two. I mean, Team Surge, you get two. So those are my thoughts. Um, Formulate your own opinions. Stop looking for other people to tell you like who's a good card, who should pick up. You gotta just at this point you gotta just test out different cards. Unfortunately, but also be careful with your coins because Ricky Ramirez is around the corner. That should be here really soon. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in that position where you spent all your coins testing out cards and now you can't afford premieres and now you gotta use real life money to get your premieres. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good look at all. It's not a good look. Like I said, at this point, Rising Stars should not be on your list of cards to pick up. If I was you guys, I'm sticking with All Star F. No, sorry, please. I'm taking with Team Surge, and I'm gonna use them until the wheels fall off. Really, that's what I've been doing. I'm using Team Surge and Golden Tickets. Like I really have no need for none of these cards besides to just track stats. And I'm using like what 97s in my backups, two of them, just to track stats. And that's about it. But yeah, that being said, y'all be easy, y'all be safe. As always, God bless. Hopefully, this helped out someone to not get fooled anymore. Listen, you gotta stop listening. You gotta stop listening. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you gotta stop listening and just try out cards for yourself and see what's going on with it. But also, that same breath, be careful because you don't want to overspend. And then now you mad because you're not playing properly. You know what I'm saying? I'ma holla at y'all.